First tonight, new Sense 6. As warnings mount about renewed coronavirus risks, data is showing Americans are changing their views on the pandemic.
KIMT News 3's Anthony Monzon has been making his way through the Med-City streets and joins us live with perspective from community members. Anthony.
Well, Katie and George, if you follow me on a trip down memory lane for just a moment, you may remember from your high school textbooks, the symbol delta in most mathematical circumstances means change. And as far as this Delta variant, it's certainly living up to that association when it comes to the numbers, measuring how folks are feeling about the pandemic, and not just across the country, but right here in Rochester, too. When you hear COVID, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Med-City community members sharing what comes to mind when considering coronavirus.
Sadness, along with hope for the future.
When I hear COVID, it's like that reminder of everything I was not able to do. I was not able to visit my family. I had to cancel my wedding.
Lonely, kind of disappointing, because you expect everyone to be on the same page in terms of like vaccination, and no one is also doing that, and kind of taking steps backwards instead of taking steps forward.
I have two family members who are immunosuppressed who have issues with getting sicknesses like that, so I'm very concerned for their safety and well-being.
Others reacting to public perception of the pandemic.
More than hopes, I think planned. I think it was a planned thing. I think it's not as bad. I've had it myself. It wasn't bad. I know people have had it. Some people can be bad, but I don't think a vaccine is necessary. I just feel like it's a bunch of...
Political is the thing that comes up, and I think that it's a wrong thing that comes up reactionarily for this disease. The fact that it is thought about in the sense of like one side or another rather than as just a public health risk we should all be concerned about.
While coronavirus conjures up different emotions for everyone out there, broad sentiments about where things are going here in the United States are decidedly shifting. In June, Gallup polling found nearly 9 out of 10 American adults felt things were on track to get better here in the United States. Just a month later in July, that number dropped to 4 out of 10 American adults. Rochester residents shared their pandemic outlook.
As long as people are doing what they're supposed to be, and I think things can get better, but it might take some time.
I saw really humbling experiences of, humanity and solidarity, and so I have hope.
Probably a million different variants. So, they'll be coming down the road.
I think the variants will raise concerns again. I think we'll have another issue with people having diverging opinions on what exactly we can do about it. But overall, I think I'm optimistic that we'll have a more positive look at it in the future.